Howdy, howdy. My name is Trishaly, and I am here in the magical subtropical rainforest near Queensland, Australia, a place called Tamarine National Park. And I'm finally ready to share my story with you because we all have so many stories. It's taken me a while to decide which story I want to share this time. And so I decided this one was powerful, very painful, but I think it will be powerful for people to hear what's actually going on. So for myself, I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, and if you've ever struggled with that, or if you know somebody who struggled with that, you know that there are relapses. So I have not touched a drop of alcohol for 17 years. However, there was a point for about a month where I had gotten this job where I was not able to bring my son. I was a single mom at the time. And so for about maybe 2 months, it was an amazing job, but for about 2 months, my son was staying with his grandmother, my mother, while I was working at this job, because it was a job far away from home where you would stay like in a camp to work. And then so I would leave the camp, go see my son. So anyway, while I was in this camp, I fell off the wagon. And it only took a matter of weeks for me to hit rock bottom. And what had happened is that I went out actually to celebrate my birthday, and I'd had some drinks, and I was in a bar and I had some drinks, and then I don't remember what happened. The next thing I remember is I woke up on the side of the river, half of my clothes missing, and my face swollen out to here. Now, I had that experience before of being punched in the face and having black eyes and fat lips and you name it, which is how I became a single mother, is that my son's father was abusive. So, but this little 2-month period where I fell off the wagon, I spiraled down so fast that within just a few weeks, I was left for dead, half naked on the side of the river. Obviously, I had been drugged and raped and beaten. And of course, I went to the police and explained what had happened. And they actually said that this was a common occurrence in the area, because the job was in the tourism industry and it was a very transient area with a lot of tourists. And so I don't really remember what exactly happened, but I do remember waking up and just being destroyed and knowing that alcohol was my worst enemy and that I was never, ever, ever going to touch the stuff again. And I haven't. And so that is one of my most prideful moments, is that even though I did fall off the wagon for that short time, one of the proudest things in my life is that my children have never, ever, ever seen me touch a drop of alcohol. My children have never seen me drunk. And so that makes me so happy to know that they never had that experience, because I know a lot of my friends, and I'm sure you know people that have either grown up seeing their parents getting drunk and misbehaving, or they themselves have been parents getting drunk and misbehaving, and it's just really, really, really terrible for children to have to witness that kind of behavior and to know about those kind of scenarios that can happen when somebody's involved in that lifestyle. And so although being raped and beaten and not knowing who was responsible for my pain, it was very traumatic, but at the same time it's very empowering to know that as long as I stay the course and stay away from alcohol and drugs. I can be in complete control, and more than likely I can prevent that from happening. That experience has given me the courage to know that you can knock me down, but you can't keep me down. And so that's something that has really allowed me to just be a more powerful person. And if you want to experience that kind of power in your life without having to go through the pain, I have a resource. If you're a woman, it will really help you. It's called the Superwoman Connection. And it's a place where women are safe to share these experiences like what I have just shared with you that are, you know, it would be very easy to be ashamed of that and never tell anybody. There's no reason that I have to tell you that this happened to me. But I want to tell you because I know that you've had some pain and trauma happen in your life. And by me sharing my experience, that can help you to see how you can take that traumatic event and turn it into power within yourself. It can give you courage. It can give you whatever you need to get what you want. Because if you made it through that trauma, that intensely painful situation, if you were able to get through it and get past it, then you know that, you know, making a video like this isn't going to kill you. Telling people what you've struggled with, the bad things that have happened to you, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you. What it's going to do is it's potentially going to help somebody who is maybe in a situation where they feel helpless, but by hearing somebody else has come through the other side to live an amazing life after such a horrible experience, that you can do it too. Maybe your experience isn't that dramatic. Like being raped and beaten is not something that the average person experiences in a lifetime. Because, well, first of all, half the population is kind of somewhat, what's the word, immune to that. I don't know of any cases where women have raped men. I suppose it could happen, but I think it would be pretty rare. So basically, only half the population is really even capable of feeling that experience. I suppose, no, I gotta take that out because that's all wrong. No, wait, no, that's not really true, because there is, anyway, most people just don't do stuff like that. So yes, men can be victims of crimes like that as well. Just pretend I didn't say that. As I think about it, yeah, it was just a stupid thing to say. But irregardless, hopefully most people just don't go around behaving that way or having those kind of experiences, because that's just not civilized. So the odds are that your pain is less than that, which means that you have less of a distance to travel to get where you want to be, which is in power. So anyway, the moral of the story is that I would really encourage any women out there to get involved with the Superwoman Connection. They've changed my life. I've seen other women's life change right before my very eyes. So powerful. And it's just something that I think every woman in this world needs. Because a lot of times women have a bad rap for being catty and jealous and in competition with one another. But really, our true purpose as women is to be collaborators and create community around the world. And our modern culture has not cultivated that within us. However, the Superwoman Connection is be very effectively changing that one woman at a time. And I'm just so grateful that I have the opportunity to share this environment with other women so that they can work their way to living their best life and being the most powerful version of themselves, which I am striving to do each and every day, thanks to the connections that I've made with other superwomen from all around the globe. So thank you so much for watching. I hope, and if you're a man, I have some free resources that can help you too. So leave me a comment, send me a message, click the link, and if you're a lady, and join the Superwomen Connection. And I just want everybody out there to know that I'm a firm believer that in this life, absolutely anybody can be, do, and have anything they want. Sorry, this is a branch. Or we can have everything we want, and I choose everything. And I hope you will too, because you can. So ask me how. Go out there and have an amazing day. And if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you out in the snowy pasture next week. Bye, y'all.